Hi, Gary Galka from DAS. Okay, I'm holding our P-SB7. Many of you have seen this device used on Ghost Adventures and other places. For the most part, the P-SB7 sweeps frequencies and looks for variations, looks for intelligent interactions, words and phrases that correlate to specific questions that we ask. Pretty much it's a device that hasn't changed over the past few years. So I sat down and I tried to come up with something different here that would allow a next step or a next level of communication. And what I've done is I've added an infrared sensor. It's located in the top. Infrared sensor is then connected with the circuitry to allow spirit interaction with respect to the sweep speed. Now, using the infrared energy, which actually picks up some visible and then extends out to about 940 nanometers to 960 nanometers in the infrared spectrum, what that energy can do is it can actually manipulate through variations of that energy how fast the sweep rate moves and to start and stop the sweep rate based on changes. So let's give an example. We are in a brightly lit room, and what I'm going to do for purposes of demonstration is I'm going to stay in here and I'm going to try to manipulate it just by casting a little bit of a shadow over the sensor. But be aware that something as small as this little infrared emitter can control this device. So those of you who are doing investigations and so forth, be aware that your IR illuminators and things like that can also affect the use of this. And you have to use it in a controlled environment. You just have to understand what your limitations are. Okay, so let's start off. Let's turn it on. You would turn it on just like any other SB7. You can sweep, like I've got it going right now. Sweep rate's on. Now, the whole thing here is that while you're sweeping, should any interaction occur with the infrared, we have to turn on the device. So now we have the infrared reception on. We have the receiver enabled. And what I'm going to do is show you. You can see me controlling the sweep rate. I'm going to stop it, speed it up. And depending on the level of light received, I can control how fast the display sweeps. It'll sweep from 1 to 2 samples a second, right up to 10 samples a second, or 10 frequencies per second. Now you can see it stopped. So let's just start it up. You can see it start up real fast and real slow. I'm turning it real slow. There's real fast. So you have complete control. The way it would work is when you're doing an investigation, the best thing to do is you'd have your backlight off. The first indication that something is trying to influence this device is the backlight will come on. And then you would look for variations in the sweep speed. I'm hoping that this will allow spirit to communicate at a level consistent with their capabilities, meaning they should be able to increase or decrease the sweep rate based on their own interaction. So that makes it more of a bidirectional intelligent device as it pertains to communication. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. It works just like any other SB7. You can use it, you can sweep anytime you want, and you can wait for interaction, let the override occur with something external taking control over the device. Or you can experiment with the device off and wait for something to approach, turn it on, and start up the sweep rate at a speed that they want. I would imagine that it's going to take a little bit of a learning curve before they can actually learn how to use it. The other thing I did since I was playing around is I just added a quick little light to it. Very bright little emergency light. You'd use it only when you have to. Okay, so turn off the IR, turn off the SB7, and that's the SB7 with infrared detection capability. That's it for now.